Relationship marketing is a very important concept in advertising. So unlike transactional marketing, which only focus on one-time transaction, relationship marketing focuses on long-term relationship with its customers and many other different stakeholders. So when we talk about stakeholders, you might wonder, who are they, right? So stakeholders may include different parties in the society. Typically, it will include customers, but also employees, center of influences, stockholders, the financial community, the press. A lot of different parties can be part of the stakeholders of the company. When we talk about stakeholders, we have to understand there's two different kinds of stakeholders. Employees, managers, owners of the company, they are working inside the company. That's why they are considered internal stakeholders. Many other parties such as suppliers, government, banks, shareholders, customers, they all belong to external stakeholders. When we talk about the relationship with stakeholders, actually a company, they can maintain different kinds of relationship depends on the need. Typically there's the following different relationship, and we will talk about the different level of relationship one by one. So the first kind of relationship is called basic transactional relationship. This kind of relationship requires no communication after the transaction. So for example, if you are a tourist, you go to a different city, right? You go to the gift shop to buy some souvenirs, and it's unlikely you're gonna go back to the shop if you have any issue with the product you bought, because first, the souvenirs are very cheap. Second, it costs too much to go back to the city to return the product. So this is what we call a one-time transaction, because the item's price is cheap and sometimes they don't offer any kind of warranty. So basic transactional relationship is more often seen in small businesses. But of course, this kind of relationship is not sufficient in a lot of times, which is why you will see reactive relationship more. So in a reactive relationship, the company will encourage customers to contact them if there is any kind of issue with the product or service they bought. Typically, if you go to like big retailers such as Walmart, so Walmart has a lot of customers, right? So they don't actually have a lot of time to deal with each of the customer. However, they do offer like a period of time you can return the goods if you find any issue with the product you purchase, and you can get the full refund. So Walmart is like 90 days of returning without any question asked, right? So this is what more common as one-time transaction. We call it reactive relationship. And there's many other different kind of relationship. Accountable relationship is when seller contact customer shortly after the sale for any kind of feedback. So for example, if you purchase anything from Amazon, most of the sellers on Amazon, they will not contact you, but some of them, they will email you after a week to ask if you have any issue with the product you bought, right? So this is what we call accountable relationship, which means they will contact you actively after the sale. Another kind of relationship is proactive relationship. So in a proactive relationship, the seller, the company, they will not just contact you for one time, but for multiple times throughout the whole experience of your product. So for example, if you bought a car, especially like a lot of cars in America, right? The car dealers or the company, they will send regular emails to the customer to make sure they know how to maintain the car, to make sure the customer know how to deal with different kind of problem with the car. So in this case, the company, they try to provide useful product information on a regular basis, not just one time. They will try their best to enhance the customer's experience of using the product. So this is what we call proactive relationship. So another level we call it partnership. This is actually moving beyond company and customer relationship. They are more like collaborating with each other. Companies like that will work continuously with customers to make sure they have the best product and also the best value from the company. An example would be like NBA. So we know it's just a basketball league, right? However, a lot of things the company does goes beyond basketball game. For example, the NBA players, they often visit the community to help the children with autism, with poverty, many other challenges. So this is actually we call it partnership, because you're not just selling your product or taking care of your customers' user experience. It goes beyond the product itself. So here is a question. As a customer, which type of relationship do you experience most? I'd like to hear your opinion.